Today I want to show you a free tool that I've been using that'll help you locate your prospects, better communicate with them, okay? Find places to get even more exposure and find even more prospects like these people, and even more precisely help you target your prospects using paid ads, okay? It's a really powerful tool, and even better, it's free. Okay, and I don't understand why more people don't use this tool, because I use it quite a bit and it's helped me tremendously. The tool I'm talking about is surveys. Okay, and the precise tool I use is SurveyMonkey. You can find it at surveymonkey.com. There is a paid version. I only used a free version. That's more than enough. I don't need more than that. And I use surveys quite a bit to kind of take the pulse of my list, of my social media friends and followers, just to get an idea of what's going on with them. Okay, how can I better serve them? What are their habits? What are they struggling with? I do this periodically, and it really helps me to get information that will help me serve them better, and really to help me build my business better. Okay, so surveymonkey.com, free surveys, and here's how I use them to get better response. Okay, a few things. Number one, I make them short. Okay, 5 questions max. That's even a lot. I do a lot of 1-question surveys. Okay, number 2, make it easy for them to fill it out. I found that multiple choice questions, people will respond to them and complete them more often than if you ask for a paragraph. Okay, and you'll see in the survey I just did, I asked for both, but more really with the multiple choice questions. Okay, so make it short, make it easy to fill out. And thirdly, you want to offer some kind of an enticement for people who fill it out. Okay, this can be different things depending on what you're into. It can be some of your time. It can be something like a free coaching session for people who do it. It can be a small little gift, like the one I did today. I offered a small Amazon gift certificate for people who filled it out. And I'm having a drawing tonight. I'm going to draw out 4 people to get the gift. And I'll probably do something special for everybody who filled it out, because I had quite a few this time fill it out. Okay, so surveys. Right, so this is perfect if you have a list, but if you don't have a list who you communicate with, you can even do this with social media. I've done it. I posted on Facebook. I even ran a small ad to this one. Okay, a really small ad, $5 I think it was, and I got several people to complete it. And these were people who had liked my Facebook page already, so I knew they were kind of in my area, being my prospects or my target market. So so if you don't have a list, you can do it with social media, no big deal. So what I want to do today, if it's okay with you guys, is I wanted to actually give you the questions that I asked my list and social media, my Facebook followers on my page. I wanted to give you the questions, but more importantly, I wanted to give you my thought process and why I was asking that question. Is that cool with you guys? Give me some hearts if that's cool, and that's something you would be interested in, because I think cool. That's awesome. So I think it's important not just to ask questions, but know why. Have a strategy. Okay, know why you're asking these questions and what you're going to do with the information. So here's a question. Here's a survey I sent out beginning of the week. I guess it was middle of, let's see, what is it? Today's Tuesday, so I sent it out about Thursday, I guess, of last week. All right, and my first question was this. I'm going to read it right off the computer here, so that's why I'm turning my head. What social media sites do you regularly use? And they can click all that apply. So I had Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Google+, and other. I always give an other classification so that people can type in something if I didn't cover it. Okay, and the results were interesting. And this is not a scientific survey, guys. I know somebody took the survey. That's awesome. Thanks for that. I appreciate it. And I'm going to do the drawing for the gift certificates, the Amazon gift certificates tonight, so you'll find out if you're one of the winners. This is not a scientific survey. I know that, but this is just a good idea to get like I said, get your finger on the pulse of who you're dealing with in your target market. Okay, so people who answered this, 100% of people were on Facebook. Amy, how are you? 42% were on Twitter, 39% on Instagram, and then the rest were below that. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram were the big 3 that I consider my prospects were on. So why did I ask that? Because that tells me where should I have a presence. Okay, it's really hard to have a presence everywhere. I mean, you try, but it's hard to have a presence everywhere. And I want to have an idea, okay, if I had to pick 3, where am I going to show up? Where do I want to show up? If I show up, I mean posting quotes, posting your blog posts. Thanks for the share there. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. Guys, if you want to share this, just slide the thing over and share it. I appreciate that if you would. Okay, so Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram were the big 3. Okay, that's cool. So I have a very strong Facebook following, and I have a pretty strong Twitter following. I do not have a strong Instagram following. So guess what I'll be doing over the coming weeks is I'll be building up my Instagram account, my followers and stuff. I can get my daughter Amy, who's on here, to show me how to do that, because that's a platform I do not know about. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, so that was the first question I asked. The second question I asked was a follow-up to the first one. All right, I asked, which social media site do you most often use? Okay, and the reason I asked this question was I want to know, okay, so maybe I should be on 3 platforms. Where should I be spending most of my time? All right now, I spend most of my time on Facebook, but am I missing that? Should I be spending more time on Twitter or Instagram? So the answer to this was overwhelmingly Facebook. 90% of the people who I deal with, who I consider my prospects on my email list, are on Facebook actively. Only 3% consider Twitter their primary social media site, and only, actually 3% for both Twitter and Instagram, and everything else was 0. Okay, so answer is Facebook. I know I'm spending my time in the right place. That's really important, guys. You got to know that you're spending your time on social media in the right place. Right? They always tell you, find out where your target market hangs out, right? How do you know that? How do you know that for sure? Well, this is how I know it for sure. I know that 90% of the people I consider my prospects are on Facebook, and that's where I'm going to spend most of my time. So that was pretty cool for me. I felt good because at least I was spending time in the right place. Okay, so now I know what platforms people use, which ones they use most often. Now I'm going to get deeper with these guys. I want to learn better how they prefer to be communicated with. What do they prefer? So I asked this question. When in learning new things, do you prefer to read more information, watch a video, listen to the training, or other? Please specify. And the reason I asked this is I wanted to know, do these people, do they like to read it? Do they like to read their training? Do they like to watch it on video? Do they like to listen to it? Because some people prefer listening. I've done all of this. But I wanted to know, am I really focusing on the right thing? Again, it's a matter of getting people to the space of where they want to interact with you the most. Okay? This was interesting to me. I expected it, but it was interesting. So, how many people prefer reading the information on a blog? 18%. A little lower than I would have thought. How many people prefer to watch a presentation on a video? 60%. How about audio? 12%. Other? 9%. And this other was really a combination. People would say, I like to read and to watch on a video. So it's kind of a combination. Big winner here was video. Okay, now I do video. I have no problem doing video. But I have to say, lately, I've been kind of going more toward the written blog post. And that tells me that I'm missing the mark. Okay, so you can bet going forward, I'm going to have a video on every blog post that I do going from here on out. Because I know people will engage, people will like that. So, if you want to find out how best to serve your audience, ask them. How do you like to communicate? How do you like to get your training? Do you like to watch it? Do you like to read it? Do you like to listen to it? 3 very simple questions, and you might be surprised at the answers. Okay, I didn't really know that people preferred in such great detail and such strength. They really prefer video over anything else. I guess I should have known that, and I've done that at some point, but I've kind of gone back, like I said, to the blog post format because it's easier for me. I like to write better than I like to do videos. Doesn't matter. From now on, I'm going to be doing more videos than I've ever done before. Okay, so a lot of information coming from this. Question 4, question 5 is going to nail it down for me. Okay, question 4, I asked, who are your favorite trainers or teachers in the home business industry? And I got a ton of people who I didn't expect, And some people I've never even heard of, people were telling me about. Okay, so why do I ask that question? All right, I ask that question because, are there people who I should be going over and finding their audience on Facebook? Maybe I go over to, I'm looking at the list here, Mike Hobbs, Franco Gonzalez, Brendan Burchard, Tony Robbins, Doug Firebaugh, Diane Hockman and Ray Higdon, of course, I know that. Chris Record. Okay, I'm not familiar with a lot of Chris's stuff. Greg Gomez, Chuck Holmes, Eric Worre. These are people who I can now go over on Facebook, like their page if I'm not already doing that, and kind of start engaging with that audience a little bit, okay? Because a lot of my people seem to be hanging out there. So this gives me an idea of how can I expand my audience? How can I expand my list? How can I expand my reach by finding people who might be interested in me? That question nails it for me. Okay, I was really happy with the answer to that question because a lot of people who I was not familiar with. So that gives me a whole bunch of new places to go to find more prospects. Pretty cool, right? I think that's awesome. Now, my fifth question, and you'll guess at what it is, but this question is going to help me figure out where I can help my target market the most. Okay, and question number 5: what is your biggest challenge right now you're facing in your business? Okay, that's kind of a common question, but I wanted to include it because I wanted to make sure that I was focusing on the right stuff in my training. Okay, and I got pretty much a lot of the stuff that I assumed I would get, but I got some different ones. I got conversions. I got starting again. All right, I guess people who start, stop, and want to start again. Lack of money was a big one. Building a list and getting traffic. Personal time, time management. Okay, that's kind of my forte. Glad to see a lot of people were having trouble with that. Coming up with a clear DMO, daily method of operation. That's cool. Converting leads to sales. Time and closing. Focusing. Okay, I need to focus more. Finding business leaders. So these are all things, a lot of the stuff I've hit, but a lot of stuff I haven't. Okay, so now I've got, look at this, I've got about 10 blog posts lined up here in the next 2 weeks here that I can write, and they're specifically going after challenges that my target market is having. So I know that people will be interested in this. So 5 questions that really very simply, nailed it for me, right? Yeah, it is awesome. It's awesome. And anybody can do this. It's a free tool. SurveyMonkey. It's a free tool. If you just come on late, SurveyMonkey.com is a tool I'm using to send out surveys to my list and send out surveys to my people on social media who I know. So simple, right? Just ask questions to make sure that you're on target for where you're looking at your prospects. Where are they located? Where are they on social media? How do they want to digest the information that you give them? And what information do they need? And then who they're following, because that'll give you an idea of where you need to go to get more. Simple 5-question survey. I got a lot of responses. Again, I'm going to be having a drawing tonight. Rosemary's going to help me to determine my 4 winners. And I'll do something nice for these people as well because they took the time to fill out my survey. So very cool. You guys like that? Is that something that interests you? Something you guys think you could do? I think it's something everybody could do. Give me some hearts if you like that, guys. Awesome. You guys really like that. That's awesome. Yeah, it's something that anybody can do, and definitely take the time to check out SurveyMonkey. It's super easy to use. I have a post on my blog. You can just go to the search button and search on surveys, and you'll find a post I did about how actually step-by-step to do a survey on SurveyMonkey. It's very simple. So if you guys don't know, you can find more about me over on bobandrosemary.com. That's my blog. That's my home base. bobandrosemary.com. Head on over there and make sure you say hi to me and get my free trainings over there. I got 6 years of free training over there about network marketing, affiliate marketing, but mostly based on part-time stuff. And that's really been my forte and what people really like about my trainings. How to build your business in 1 to 2 hours a day or less is one of my signature trainings over there. So head on over to bobandrosemary.com. Thanks for the heart, guys. I'm going to get out of here because I'm going to get on another training pretty soon. Appreciate you guys for showing up so much, okay? And have yourself an awesome night. Take care, guys.